Hey, what's good? We're trying it without the mic this time. Again, we be switching back and forth. Lighting is maybe a little different too. I've noticed, but I just be turning on the camera to be honest. So sometimes it'd be changing up in the audio and everything sound a little different sometimes. It just be how it be. But anyways, I said in my previous video that I recorded that I would start doing whatever content I wanted to do. So, what I'm saying? We're getting into that. We're getting into doing whatever content I feel like. All right, whatever is me. But anyways, because there's many things that I could make, and I'd rather make. Oh, I already talked about it. Whatever. We move on. We move. This isn't a part two. Okay, we didn't talk about that no more. So this video, I got a different topic. You know what I'm saying? I like that I got a topic this time. I mean, I had a topic last time too, but anyways, topic, schmopic. I got a topic. So, the topic is do what you can instead of striving to do what you cannot. So, that's the theme of this video. Do what you can instead of striving to do what you cannot do. So, the rain, right? Can you control the rain? No. So when you get in your car, you go ahead and hop in, like that car outside. You get in your car, you go ahead and hop in, and you're like, all right, let me go ahead and, but you're like, wow, there's so much rain. I forgot my umbrella too, and you're just annoyed. You forgot your umbrella. The rain is pissing you off. You get your hair wet, makeup wet. Maybe you don't got that the makeup that's like waterproof. You ain't got that on. Your hair, you just put it up, gelled it up, and it's still you're gonna have to get wet. Or you kept trying to keep it dry, and it's about to get wet now. It's just annoying. Your clothes is like not supposed to be getting wet or something, or you just like don't want to get your clothes. You know what I mean? It's like or your shoes in the puddles, it just be annoying. And if you're a place where it rains a lot, you're gonna have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? If you're in like the UK, I heard over there, it'd be doing that a lot. But anyways, we are going to talk more about this. Oh, okay, I'm acting like I'm having already started talking about the topic. I just start going on a script or something. So, anyways, what I was saying was, so let's do the intro. Like my brain just rebooted. All right, time to talk about the intro again. Oh, we restarted the video. So you have the rain. You can't control that. Cool. But how do you go about it? What's your attitude with that situation? Because obviously you ain't able to control it. What's your attitude though? Like how's your attitude against the rain? You're gonna be like, I hate this rain. I hate this rain. I hate this rain. I hate this rain. And then you keep thinking about it. You let it get into other areas of your life. You know what I'm saying? It ruins your whole day. People be like, oh, that's the one thing ruined my whole day. And it's like you can't just let one thing ruin your whole day. Like we gotta. Let's. There's some things that might actually ruin your whole day. Like some bad things could happen to you. But I feel like it would just. I don't see how it's like it ruins my whole day. Like, you can still find some type of good stuff happening in that day outside of that one event. That one event doesn't sum up the day. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's just weird. But anyways, the things you can't control. You can't control the rain outside. You can't control if there's a storm coming. All right, this is becoming a thing now, and I didn't expect it to. But I'm now making references to Zelda too often. Okay, it's not like I play the game all the time, but I've been playing it recently, so of course I'm gonna make references to it. So in Zelda, you'll be like walking along, and rain will start falling, and then once the rain comes, you're like, wait, the thunder's about to fall after. So once it starts raining, you can't hold any metal weapons, or armor, or I'd be like shields or whatever. You can't hold anything that's metal, or else and you can see in the environment, because if there's metal in the environment, I've seen it before. Like there's maybe like a metal box or something, or just some metal weapon or something. The electricity will like beam on it and electrocute it. It's a mechanic in the game. It'll electrocute it. So, and that shows you seeing that can show you that, wait a second, what if I'm wearing metal? And then you can see your character have like electricity like sparking up in the metal that's on them, and then it goes and just electrocute you, takes a bunch of your health down. I think depending, it could actually just be a one-hit kill. I think that's happened to me before, you know. So in that sense, it actually could destroy your whole day technically, if you let it. But you know what I do when that happens? When that happens, I don't say, like, oh, I've been walking in this. Of course, again, it's an analogy. So I'm walking along, and it's like, oh, it's at the worst opportune time. It just starts raining. And it's like, oh, come on, it's raining. You know what I do? I have some options. Either I go to bed and I wait it out, or I run through the storm and take off my metal stuff, which a lot of times I have a lot of metal stuff on because those are kind of usually the strongest weapons of the games. In the game, that's usually just metal weapons. So I just be like taking them off. So I literally had time where I had all metal weapons, and I was like, well, I just won't have weapons on right now then. No weapons for me then, because I just get electrocuted. And you take it off. Now that you do all those things, or you could also get this one armor that lets you have electricity protection. So you ain't even gotta worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? You just get some protection. Get some armor that happens to help against electricity. And you don't even gotta worry about all that. All right, cool. Electricity, come at me. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get me today. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not often you're gonna have electricity coming out of nowhere from the sky. That's like a textbook version of smite me. Like, that's a typical, look at how people be saying, like, in movies and stuff. But it's like, it's comical. Yeah, it's comical. It's comical, schmomical. But, like, it don't usually be happening. I'm sure there's some occasions that would happen. Like, I'm sure I'm not even saying, like, oh, maybe it is. It obviously has, but, just not that often. Not as often as you'd think, You wouldn't think it would be that often. But anyways, sometimes the lightning be coming down, and it's like, no. But again, you can take precautions. You can change up the situation. You can do what you can do. Now, sometimes you're gonna forget to take your metal stuff off. But the more you take it off, the more you're gonna learn. You're like, oh, now I learned to take it off. We're still talking about the game. And then now I took all my stuff off. I remember that you get into a habit of taking it off. Just like if it rains a lot where you are, you're going to get into a habit of pulling out your umbrella. Or to bring it with you where you go. Right? You're going to get into a habit of that. We're just going to drive. You don't have to really worry that much at all. But anyways, talk about people who like go on like trains and stuff. And maybe like in big cities or something. Either way. It's to say, you can do what you can do. Can you control that rain is coming in, that lightning's about to come down? We're still talking about the game, I know. We keep switching back, but technically the analogy is still on the game. Somewhat. So, can you control that electricity coming down? No. In fact, it comes down more in that game than you think. Basically, whenever you have metal on it, it's always pretty much going to come down on you. So, you can't control that's going to come down on you. That's who controls that? The game designer. God. But, we're still talking about the game. Still talking about the game, though. We'll get to it. Semi-time of real life, but not really. Anyways, maybe. Anyways, so I just be like saying stuff. I'm sorry, but unscripted as always. But like I said, sometimes it'll come down like, and you can't control that. You can't control whether the storm is here, but you can control what you do when the storm appears. That was a bar. That was a bar. But anyways, I'll say it again even. You can't control when the storm appears, but you can control how the storm appears. I think that was actually different from what I said before, unless it wasn't. But it sounded fire either way, even if it was the second time I just said that. But either way, cool. Cool stuff. I actually don't know if that was the first time I said that. I can't tell at this point. I'll have to see the post. Like, did I say the same thing again, or did I just say something stupid? Like, something that didn't even, I don't even know. Either way, maybe it was different. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. Storm comes up. What you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the storm is here. Here's the storm. What you gonna do about that? You gonna let it ruin your whole day? Or you gonna do what you can do? Sometimes you do all that you can do, and you know what I'm saying? The lightning still comes down. the lightning. We're still talking about the game. The lightning still. This time we're making an analogy. We're really talking about life. Okay, let's get off the game. All right. Sometimes the storm comes down, and it goes. We're going to the game here. Yes or no? We're going to the game. Anyways, the storm comes down, and you like, hey, I'm gonna do something about it, and then you do something about it. But sometimes the storm comes down, and you know you can't do nothing. Maybe you can't do nothing. Maybe you can't do nothing. But at least try something. Try to do something. You know, you might be in a place where you're like you're toughened. You're having a tough time. You know, something's happening that's not going good. You know, you feel like you're lost and all that. But when all is said and done, do what you can do. When all is said and done, do what you can do. Sometimes there's a wall of someone else needs to respond for this thing to work. Or some person needs to put this in this place and it works. For example, we'll make an example here. You want to get a promotion. You could do all that you can do. You can make sure you overperform. You get everything done and plus, you know what I'm saying, you nice to everybody, all this. But if your manager, the higher ups don't want to promote you and they don't want to give you a raise, they ain't gonna do it. Okay, that's saying you could do what you could do, but sometimes it's just, you just can't get through to them. Like, they're not gonna give you the raise. Sometimes you do all that you can do, and it's up to them to do the rest. And often, or rather, this is really how it works. You do all that you can do, and God does the rest. You do all that you can do, and God does the rest. Sometimes you're going to do lots of things, and they may not even work out. Sometimes you're going to do little, and that works out. But you have to realize you don't control gravity. You don't control how the world spins. It's actually similar to what in Job, what God said to Job through the storm. He said, "Who makes it all work? Who makes it all? Who did all this? Who created all this? Who made this all work around? Who continues to make it work to this day? Who makes sure that the days even continue?" That ain't you who does that. That's God who does that. And that's just kind of just simple. That's just the simplicity of it. But even then, it's somehow profound when you think about how much you want to control things. You want to control this and that and this and that. But the simplicity of it is, you don't have that control. You just don't. And you're not going to have that control. You can't have control whether you are alive today or whether you live tomorrow even. As in, you don't control, technically you don't control the full 100% outcome of every situation in your life and others. You do not control it all, and you cannot control it all. The only thing that you are sure that you can control is your actions. And that might not even be 100% once you start getting dementia. Or you start being unable to walk. Alright? Then you can't control if you can walk or not. Okay? Those are just disability. Or you got autism, you know what I'm saying? You having a problem there. You know, you got some type of anything else. We just add, like sometimes you have certain stuff and, those things like autism, other type of stuff like that, stops you from doing certain normal things that you would want to do. Same goes for people who just, it doesn't matter I'm not saying specifically a mental thing, like a specific disease or disability, whatever it is. I'm not talking about any particular, but if there just is one that stops you from doing a certain thing that you could have done otherwise, well then that's out of your control. That's another version of something that is out of your control. But what I will say is, you can always do what you can do. And this is known from babies. Yeah, we learn to listen from the babies. Babies can do what they can do. Now imagine you were, baby minded, but now, well, you can just, well, I didn't like you, how you are right now. Whenever you're watching this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you mean now? Who even knows? But now, what are you talking about now? Like, now could be different, like, depending on when I'm watching this video. Like, yeah, I'm talking about you right now watching this video. Okay, the time you're in right now. Okay, or you can even just use when the video is uploaded. Either way, just whatever time you want to use. Now. So, you as a baby minded now can be an interesting thing, because if you have the mind of a baby, babies can't choose a lot of options that older people can choose. People who have more developed brains can choose. And if you have that, you can't have as many you don't have as much options as someone who is more developed. To say, you may have less options, but here's the thing. Babies can still make decisions, though simple. Can they make decisions to do their taxes? No. Can they make decisions to, babies don't really be even knowing right and wrong, let's be honest. Like, they be like doing whatever. I mean, kids don't even fully know right and wrong until they, get up to the age where they're like, oh, yeah. Now, they'll instinctively know, oh, this thing hurts, or this thing feels bad to do, but they don't really know everything, every facet of the human experience. Like, they don't be knowing all that, bro. Babies, they don't even know left from right, okay? They don't know if there's two fingers in front of them or there's three. Like, they don't know, okay? They can't tell the difference. They still developing. They in a place where they're just, like, they don't know. To say, if you had a mind, even if you had a mind of baby, though, babies can choose to, maybe they can't choose to do their taxes or pay their bills. If they can't choose to, go to the bathroom by themselves, but they can choose to live. They can choose to accept food when they're given it. They can choose to naturally trust the parent who resides over them. Now, of course, then you have to think about this too, and this goes right into my point. Even when they trust that human, sometimes they're bad parents, and the person that you most trust, can do bad things to you. That's how humans are. We could technically do bad things to them, right? If we're a bad person. We're all sinners, but what I mean is that, you know what I'm saying, you'd be doing bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? You be, you know what I'm saying, you do that for a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's your lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? You be doing that for a lifestyle. But anyways, people do bad things, you know what I'm saying? And they could do that to a child. I'm not saying anything particular, I'm just saying, like, you mistreat them, pretty much. Like, they trust you and you mistreat them. Whatever way, less severe, more severe. That's not, here nor there, whatever. That's not, I'm not specific, but technically that's something that could happen. That's something that could happen. But here's the thing. That baby is in the same position that we are with God, where we do not have a say in the matter truly. We only really have a say, as in the grand picture. We only really have a say in our actions, and our choices, and what we want to do and put our mind towards. That's what we have a say in. That's what we can do. We were given that choice. That was a loving choice to give us. Free will. To be able to choose right and wrong. To be able to choose up and down. We got the right to choose that. Babies don't have that yet, but they'll get to a point where they also can know up from down. And right from left, and right and wrong. They gonna know that. Okay, they gonna know it. They gonna know it. But right now, you may be doing a lot of things, this and that and this and that, and you just hit a wall. You hit a wall and 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 a wall. And you hate on yourself. You hate on yourself a lot, You're like, I'm horrible. I keep messing up. I keep falling down. I keep making mistakes. I keep hitting the wall. The other people aren't. I do something and people aren't reciprocating that. I help people out and they don't come back and give me thanks for that or help me out in return, or I keep putting myself out there but I get no response, or I keep putting myself in the pot but I don't get anything out of the pot. I don't get any reward. Maybe you're thinking, I'm going at it. I'm going at it. I'm going at this wall. I'm punching it. I'm trying to get something from this action, and it's not being fruitful. It's not giving me any response. Like for example, I'll say this: the world. I'll just say this, just straight up, just repeat myself. The world is unreliable. You can put stuff in and you may get nothing out. You can run up to that wall and the wall might just grow spikes. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It might just grow spikes, bro. So that's what I'm saying, bro. You might just hop on your scooter and it just, you know what I'm saying, just like fall off and just have a mind of its own. What we're talking about. Hey, analogies. But that just might happen. That might happen. And you will not know when it happens. You'll go against a wall and the wall will not break down. And you won't know when it will. You're like, oh, maybe it'll break down this time. You don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe it'll break down the next time. Maybe another wall will appear that's easier to break down. Who knows? All you can do is what you can do. And what's for the rest of it? What's the rest of that equation? You doing what you can do is where you need to stand. You can only really do that with the understanding that the rest is truly done by God. The rest is truly not done by you. Now, I'm not talking about everything that you do. I'm talking about in general. As in, let's give an example. You are helping someone out, right? Or let's say another one. You are trying to get not be sick. You're sick and you're trying not to be. You're trying to take all the pills and all the druggies, and you're trying to, pray it away, like, get rid of my sickness and all this, whatever. You're trying to do all that, right? You're trying to get out of your sickness. You're trying to get out of it. And it won't go away. What are you fighting against? You're fighting against the sickness. In this equation, it's not a person. Technically, it's still the world, but you're fighting against the sickness. And that sickness is not seeming to go away. It's not going away. And you wait. And you keep trying all you can for it to go away. But here's the thing. A lot of us will do that and we'll get so distraught. Like, am I not doing enough? Or there's something wrong here. I'm just going to get distressed. You just get super distressed that you can't control it. You can't control it. Maybe you have to be out of work for a while. And you're losing some income. And you're like, I don't want to have to be like this. But the thing is, it's just, that's it. That's it. That's how it is. And they're saying, it is what it is. It is what it is. Of course, you do all that you can do. Make sure you do all that you can do. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't getting better, then it wasn't getting better. If it's not getting better, and it's not getting better. Like, it's just about it. If you did all you can do and it didn't get better, then it didn't get better. And if it waited and you had to wait a lot longer than you needed, cool. You did all you could do. To say, let's say you ask God for something. You say, I want this. He's like, maybe he doesn't really answer you. He's like, or he just says no. Or he just doesn't give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want all this stuff. And you don't get it. I mean, you're going to get mad at that? You did all you could do. At least you asked for it. If you ain't get it, you ain't get it. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you'll get it later, or maybe you're not getting it at all. Who knows? All right? But all I'm saying is, bro, you can't get annoyed by that too much. So you're trying to get some type of, what was a common problem that people usually deal with? let's say you're applying to places to get a job. You got your degrees on deck. You got your degrees. You got your bachelor's, your master's, whatever. You got you got it all. You got it all, bro. You got it all ready. All your credentials, everything looking pristine. And you apply at the place you're trying to work at, and they say nope. They're like, nope. Either we filled the position or we ain't trying to get you in here. No. For whatever reason, no. And we ain't trying to go through with that. And it's like, but I did all I could. Yeah, you did all you could. Let's say you apply to like a couple other places you want to go to. Maybe even a lot. Who knows? You apply to either a lot of places, a couple. Maybe you just had something you had in mind. You're like, okay, let's get these applied to. And it's like you can apply to them, I'll say no. It's like, keep going. Maybe apply to some more. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, you don't have to keep applying. I mean, just apply to something else and see what gets you in. So I'm saying, like, you gotta just keep doing what you can do. Like, just apply to more places. Like, you do what you can do. Like, you did what you could with your degrees and stuff within your situation. You made sure to get look for jobs and apply to them. Do the best you can to make sure you look as good as possible with it and all that. Like you did what you could. You did what you could. And if it still ain't fruitful, then it still ain't fruitful, bro. You just did what you could. We have to get rid of the attachment to that response of, oh, I need this. I need this to happen or else it's all for naught. It's like, bro, you gotta just trust that it'll be okay no matter what. How can you trust that when you do it all and you don't get those responses, that it'll still be okay? It comes with trusting in God. It comes with trusting that God got you, that He got you till the end. They got you till the end. That He promised you, and His promises, you'll keep them. His promise is that if you put your trust in Him, you put your trust in Him, you put your trust in Yeshua, in Jesus, you put your trust in His sacrifice, you are told, you are promised that you will get eternal life. You will promise this. So, how can you be content just doing what you can, even without any response? Even when the storm comes down, the lightning comes down on you, and it shocks your system. How can you be sure that you'll be all right? How can you have any type of, push on through mentality to keep even trying your best to do all that you can do? How can you even have all that? How you can have all that? How all this can happen is by trusting in God. And that's where this is going. And that's really the answer to that. Because otherwise, that wall gonna stay a wall. But and nothing else gonna happen with it. And nothing else gonna be fruitful. But I'll let you know, even if all, turns you look, you see tons of walls, they will be broken down in this next life. They'll be broken down. So all these walls around you, they'll be smashed with a sledgehammer. They'll be smashed. And they'll make room for the eternal kingdom that is to come. So even if there's a bunch of rocks you're stepping on, a bunch of Legos, if you're stepping on a bunch of Legos and you never stop stepping on those Legos in this life, in the next one, you won't have to deal with no Legos. You will not have to deal with no Legos, bro. No more Legos for you. You won't have to deal with those Legos no more. See ya. Yeah, bye.